What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Live with Brandon Blakeney podcast. I am your host, Brandon Blakeney, aka Brandon Lee TV. You know I got another banger for you, so kick back, relax, and come take a ride with me.
You are now locked into the Live with Brandon Blakeney podcast. Here is your host, Brandon Blakeney.
Man, I gotta say it. I gotta say it, y'all. That was the best WNBA All-Star game in the history of the league. I mean, the views, the star power, the competitiveness with Team USA versus WNBA All-Stars. All-Stars pulling off that upset. Major upset, man. I think this game just delivered. The intensity, the competitiveness. There was defense being played. There was a lot of high-powered offense. Enrique completely stole the show, breaking the WNBA scoring record, man. I mean, flamethrower. And they look like the team that should be representing our country, man, to be honest with y'all. I think it would have been fun to put that on the line, give even more incentive to this game. Whoever wins needs to be representing Team USA. And I'm telling you right now, WNBA All-Stars came in locked it down. They were up 20 at one point, made things extremely hard. Angel Reese was out there giving Asia Wilson problems. Enrique was getting buckets. Caitlin Clark dishing that rock. Alicia Gray was exceptional shooting the basketball, playing defense, jumping passing lanes, causing turnovers. Like, they looked like the team that really have been practicing and competing with each other. Cheryl Miller did an exceptional job. I think Cheryl Miller should be the coach of the Indiana Fever. I absolutely do. You saw how she had that glimmer, that twinkle in her eye when she found out she was coaching Caitlin Clark. And you just got that vibe that she understood that she had a generational talent on her hands. And we saw Caitlin Clark having the most fun I think we've seen her have all season. The shackles were finally off, man. Cheryl Miller understands how to utilize Caitlin, how to put her in positions to succeed. She motivated Enrique, who was 0 for 2 in the first half, and broke the scoring record for this game in the second half after a pep talk from Cheryl Miller. She absolutely needs to be a head coach in this league. It's a crime. It's a travesty that she's not coaching in this league right now or on somebody's staff. She came off the street and outcoached Team USA's coach, who's supposed to be the best coach and the best team in the world, Cheryl Reeves and Team USA. They got outcoached. They got outplayed. And it looked bad, man. They looked old. They looked washed. I was very disappointed with Jewel Lloyd. Jackie Young was a non-factor. Alyssa Thomas was a non-factor. All these big names that we keep hearing about were non-factors. Angel Reese dominated. She came off and had a double-double in this game. And it was crazy. It was a quiet game for Sabrina Ionescu as well. Like, they got locked up, man. Team USA came out with, like, no urgency, it felt like. No hunger. The WNBA All-Stars absolutely wanted this game. And Cheryl Miller deserves a job. I mean, could you imagine her as the coach of the Indiana Fever? Like, Christy Sods has been so bad, y'all. So bad with just in-game adjustments. I think she has done enough to keep her job at this point, and if they make the playoffs, they'll give her another year. But how much time of Caitlin's first 4 years do you want to waste on a coach that isn't the long-term answer? I mean, there's no in-game adjustments. The offense looks flat at times, chaotic. They're scrambling constantly late in the shot clock. They've lost to some teams that we feel like they shouldn't have. Erica Wheeler should not be getting minutes over Grace Berger. Christy Wallace should have never been a starter, let alone maybe even a player in the WNBA, the worst starter in the league. Just imagine this team with Cheryl Miller and the way that she could motivate this team and put them in positions to succeed and unlock that hidden talent, that full untapped potential that has not been tapped into. She had Caitlin out there running and gunning, moving the basketball, finding teammates, and making things easy. She almost broke the assist record in this contest, man. And that just shows you Cheryl Miller knows what she's doing. She definitely knows what she's doing. But the game was exciting. The game was definitely exciting, man. I honestly feel like, for me, it lived up to the billing. It exceeded expectations. I didn't want to see that lackluster All-Star Weekend, NBA defense. Hey, the lane's wide open, throw alleys. That cherry picking, breaking down the court for all these highlight plays. We got plenty of highlight plays in this game, and it didn't sacrifice the competitiveness. And make no mistake about it, Team USA was salty they lost this game. Stewie and Asia was definitely salty. They played big. They were the only players I felt like for Team USA that really wanted to win this game. But this is a true exhibition. Asia said it. They treated this game as like a tune-up for the Olympics, and this is probably the best team they will play all this whole international tour that they're on. But they're not getting that same like exhibition tour that the men's team is getting. This is going to be a quick turnaround, so they had to treat this game seriously, and they looked flat. The Young Guns ran them off the court. It felt like a passing of the guard, man. And to me, it felt like a lot of these players for the WNBA All-Stars came in with a chip over on their shoulder, felt like that they did not pick the best 12 to represent Team USA. These players felt snubbed, and they came out and they wanted it more. And they delivered. And it was an exceptional game. It was an exceptional environment. But make no mistake about it, the WNBA All-Stars dominated this game. Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark were a very big reason why. This will be the most viewed WNBA All-Star game of all time, hands down. It was a show. It was a show, man. The intensity was there. It got really physical. We saw Kelsey Mitchell and Kelsey Plum get into it. We saw Plum get into it with Clark. We saw Clark getting double teamed. Still, even in the All-Star game, getting double teamed, getting picked up 94 feet. They were definitely trying to make her uncomfortable. The shots weren't falling, but the dimes were dropping. This was a game both teams wanted, though. You could tell. I mean, even before the game, Cheryl Miller said her squad wanted to beat the brakes off of Team USA, and that's what happened. The scoreboard, that score was a lot closer than it felt. They was getting their doors blown off the entire second half, it felt like. The WNBA All-Stars went on a 10-0 run. They was moving that basketball. They was getting up and down the court. They was causing turnovers. Jonquel Jones was locking down the paint. Oh, my goodness. Dropping dimes. Everything she did won't show up in the box score. But, y'all, Team USA got flat out outplayed, period. I don't think there's a need to worry, per se, like, because this is going to be the best team they've played. But, man, I need to see more urgency from Team USA. But as far as the All-Star Weekend, the three-point shootout, it was a little disappointing not to see Ionescu as well as Caitlin participate, but I get it. Alicia Gray won the skills and the three-point shootout, defeating Jonquel in the three-point shootout in the finals. So I think All-Star Weekend definitely delivered. It was fun. The fits were fire. It looked like the Met Gala on that red carpet. Like, they came out, WNBA players and everybody in attendance came out foot on necks. It looks like a great place to be. It was basketball brought everybody together, and we're finally seeing the WNBA get its flowers and get the attention they deserve, and it's only going to continue to get bigger. But I was very impressed with the game, the competitiveness. I did predict that the WNBA All-Stars would win. I just felt like Team USA was coming into this game banged up and limping into the Olympics. I'm happy to see Nafisa Collier back. She played a few minutes. That was a big takeaway from Team USA. Glad to see that she is healthy. But yeah, all these big names on Team USA just did not come to play. They did not come to play. And we saw it. And they got beat. And like I said, these young guns, these young legs, it felt like they had something to prove. And they proved it. But y'all let me know y'all's initial reaction from the All-Star game. Holler at your boy. Let me know. Make sure to hit the subscribe button to stay up with all the latest and the greatest. Again, I am Brandon Blakeney, a.k.a. Brandon Lee TV. Until next time, we out.